How can a distracted generation learn anything? They were born into a world of clicking and scrolling, and they are constantly drowning in stimuli. Their attention spans are getting shorter and shorter, maybe close to that of a goldfish, which is just 9 seconds. With everything in our world today digitalized and so tech-heavy, a lot of brands are struggling with one question. How can you win over Gen Z? How can you get the attention of these young adults that have a purchasing power of over $140 billion? As much as it sounds like an uphill battle, you can grab Gen Z's attention. Just keep these few tips in mind. Tip number 1, you need to establish clear values and an important mission. Gen Zers are more likely to spend money on your brand if they think that their values are reflected in what you do. Think of platforms like LGBTQ+ rights, diversity, and sustainability. A really good example of this is the underwear brand Parade. Parade is trying to redefine the undergarments industry by focusing on diversity and inclusivity. They value self-expression, they're working hard to normalize things like body hair and stretch marks, and they are vocal advocates for the LGBTQ+ community, as well as decriminalizing sex work. This helps them to differentiate themselves from other brands and better engage with their audience. Tip number 2, be transparent and hold yourself accountable. You want to embrace feedback and customer reviews and even mishaps. It's going to be really important that you own up to everything, the good, bad, and ugly, because Gen Z does not mince words. They will do a deep dive into your website, your social media, and they will read every last thing about you on the internet. Cocokind, a skincare brand, has done a really good job of this. During the BLM movement, they released their team's ethnic and racial makeup on social media. They did this in an effort to hold themselves accountable and be as transparent with their audience as possible. Tip number 3, establish your brand's personality. Gen Z is done and dusted with traditional methods of design. They want brands that are bold, unique, vocal, brands that have a real personality. As an example, Besame Cosmetics released a Marilyn Monroe line that embodied her so perfectly. The line has character, glamour, and a vintage aesthetic, which is exactly what Gen Z is looking for. They're looking for authenticity. KFC is another really good and interesting example. They did a complete 180 and teamed up with Crocs to make chicken-inspired Crocs. This quirky and weird risk paid off, and the shoes sold out. Tip number 4, build a community. Some surveys say that Gen Z is the loneliest generation, so they're always looking for real ways to connect and engage with like-minded people. Brands can encourage this by going beyond working with mega influencers. Instead, look for people, even if they don't have a huge following, but they do have a genuine platform, they embody your brand's values, and you believe that they could serve as an ambassador. This really helped their community nurture a sense of belonging, which was especially important because it happened during the COVID-19 lockdown. Tip number 5, focus on eye-catching content, and you especially want to keep it short, no more than 30 seconds, because Gen Z does not have the attention span for it. Another pro tip here is to always experiment with interactive content. A great example of this is running social media polls on a platform like Instagram. This is an excellent way to get people engaged and also to learn more about their wants and needs. You also want to leverage tags for engagement, especially branded tags, and try to incorporate a sense of humor because Gen Z, along with everyone else pretty much, they want to be entertained. With how competitive the internet is today, your brand needs to be pretty much everywhere. You need to be on social media, you need to have email marketing, SMS marketing, blogs, landing pages, videos. Remember what we said earlier, Gen Z is going to look into every nook and cranny. EngageBay is the perfect all-in-one solution to help you manage your sales, marketing, and customer support campaigns. You can streamline everything, put it all under one roof, and even automate your processes, so you can spend more time engaging with your audience and less time working on mundane day-to-day tasks. Sign up for free today and let us know what you think.